to KOIN 6 News at noon. I'm Ken Bawdy.
And I'm Jenny Hansen. We're following up on the dangerous heavy metals found in the air in southeast Portland. Now, the Department of Environmental Quality discovered arsenic and cadmium in the air monitoring station. We're talking about the area of southeast 22nd Avenue and Powell Boulevard. Exposure to those metals can have serious health consequences, including cancer.
We've got team coverage today of this health alert. Lisa Balick is live in southeast Portland, where schools in that area are being tested for the metals. Cora Harlan talked with experts to find out what exposure can do to you. First, we go to Lisa. Lisa?
I'm at Hosford Middle School. This is one of several Portland public schools where air testing is underway inside the school today. Portland Public Schools tells me they consider all their schools safe for kids and staff until the state health department tells them otherwise. Now, the school district set up air monitors this morning at Abernathy, Hosford, Grout, Winter Haven, and Cleveland High School. I found out those monitors will be there for the next 8 hours, then sent out for analysis of what's in the air in the schools, whether there are high levels of cadmium and arsenic. The district expects to have results next week. Meanwhile, some watchdog groups tell me the state's taken too long to pinpoint the source of the metals.
We need the state to utilize its full authority to make sure that our air emissions regulations catch up with the public health crisis that we have in Portland with these industrial and other area toxic pollutants.
I also found out today that some parents kept their kids home, worried about what was happening, and some kids actually showed up wearing masks to school. But again, what the state believes was the source of the metals, Bullseye Glass, has stopped using those metals in its manufacturing process. I've also learned, by the way, that the school district and Multnomah County Health Department are going to be having a community meeting and is now set for next Tuesday night at 7 p.m. over at Cleveland High School, where they will answer a lot of questions and have more information. Perhaps the test results, we don't know yet. But again, once again today, Portland Public Schools have set up air monitors in several schools near the air monitor station on Southeast 22nd that recorded high levels of heavy metals, cadmium, and arsenic. Live in Southeast Portland, Lisa Balick, KOIN 6 News.
Thank you, Lisa. Obviously, a lot of people who live in that area, they're concerned about the health risks associated with this, with exposure to cadmium and arsenic.
Now, we sent Cora Harlan to a Beaverton lab that tests urine for trace amounts of heavy metals. He's in the newsroom with more. Cora?
Well, Jenny and Ken, one of the good things, if you can say good things out of all of this, I learned that arsenic from the scientists today tends to pass through your system fairly quickly here. Also learned today that exposure to heavy metals like this is hard to avoid in the world we live in today, and different people's biology, the chemical makeup of their body, responds in different ways. A simple urine test done by companies like Beaverton's ZRT Laboratory has made a business out of testing people's urine and finding out how much and what kinds of heavy metals are in their system. The chemicals can have toxic effects, as Lisa just told you: heart damage, damage to kidneys and liver and other internal organs. But the founder of ZRT Laboratory says there are certain things that you can incorporate into your diet to offset some of the other negative effects of heavy metals.
Think of the top four the CDC says are bad news, which are arsenic, cadmium, mercury, lead. There are ways our body, if we're getting enough other elements that counter the negative effects of the bad elements.
They do testing as well for people in the area of Southeast Portland concerned about this. They profile, actually do samples of urine from people all over the world to get a sort of a more accurate profile of how many and how much heavy metals are in people's systems. They tell us that if people's exposure to heavy metals is higher than normal, it could be cause for some other medical procedures that they may take on. But at least, Ken and Jenny, doing a test, a urine test, will give you a good profile, a baseline example of how many of those metals you have in your system.
All right. Thanks, Cora. Stay with KOIN 6 News for continued coverage of this health alert. You can learn all the details about where it was found and the latest information on this on KOIN.com.